Welcome to the official video overview for the IPO of Earthhood Services Limited. We are a globally recognized company engaged in certifying environmental attributes, primarily providing carbon validation and verification services, and environmental, social and governance (ESG) advisory and assurance services to customers in India and overseas. Disclaimer: this video is directed at and is intended for distribution to and use by residents of India only. You are viewing this video on the basis that you have confirmed your representation, agreement and acknowledgement to the book running lead manager, BRLM, and the company that you are the intended recipient of this video and you are located in India. If you are not permitted to view this video or are in any doubt as to whether you're permitted to view this video, please exit the video. Caution: this video provides only the salient features of the offer, and accordingly, potential investors are advised not to rely on this video alone to make their investment decisions. Any decision on whether to invest in the equity shares must be made solely basis the red herring prospectus to be filed in relation to the offer when available. Any potential investor should note that investment in equity shares involves a high degree of risk, and for details relating to such risks, see the section titled Risk Factors of the Red Herring Prospectus when available. The company, promoters and BRLM and their respective affiliates, directors, officers, agents, representatives, advisors and employees do not accept any liability whatsoever, direct or indirect, that may arise from the use of information contained in this video. Investors are advised not to rely on any other document, content or information provided in respect to the public issue on the internet, online websites, social media platforms, microblogging platforms by influencers. Any such posts, including on social media platforms, do not constitute an offer or solicitation of an offer, or any advice or recommendation to purchase, sell, or transact in any of the company's securities. Investors are advised to wait for the red herring prospectus to be filed in relation to the offer for making any investment decision. This video is posted solely to comply with Indian legal and regulatory requirements. Making the information contained herein available in electronic form does not constitute an offer to sell, solicitation of, an offer to buy, or a recommendation to buy or sell securities of the company in the United States or in any other jurisdictions, including without limitation India. Any other information contained in or that can be accessed via the websites does not constitute a part of this video. Investors are advised to read the draft red herring prospectus dated December 26, 2024. The IPO of Earthhood Services Limited consists of a fresh issue of up to 36 lakh equity shares of 10 rupees each and an offer for sale of up to 42 lakh equity shares of 10 rupees each by promoter selling shareholders and includes an employee reservation portion not exceeding 5% of the post-offer capital. Proceeds of the offer for sale by promoter selling shareholders will not be received by the company. Our company was incorporated on September 14, 2012. The registered office of Earthhood Services Limited is situated in Gurgaon, Haryana. We provide carbon validation and verification services and environmental, social and governance (ESG) advisory and assurance services to customers in India and overseas. As per the CRISIL report, we have been ranked as the best verification company by Environmental Finance, an online news and analysis service, in the voluntary carbon market rankings 2023 and 2024. Additionally, we also provide advisory services in relation to formation and promotion of farmer producer organizations (FPOs), entities created, owned and managed by farmers, which constitutes a minor portion of our revenues. We have recorded a net margin of 24.79% during the 6 months ended September 30, 2024 and an operating EBITDA margin of 39.11% during the 6 months ended September 30, 2024. Our presence spans across 5 locations with offices in India, United Kingdom, UK, Russia, Turkey and the United Arab Emirates, serving over more than 400 clients across 132 countries in the last 3 fiscals. Since our inception in 2012, we have experienced steady growth in our international reach with an increasing number of clients in diverse countries. We have expanded our global client base significantly from 89 countries as of March 31, 2022 to 100 countries as of March 31, 2023 and further to 132 countries as of September 30, 2024. Investors should note the following important risks. We are heavily reliant on our carbon verification and validation business in the voluntary carbon market for a significant portion of our revenue. The demand for these services is largely dependent on focus of organizations towards carbon neutrality and achieving low carbon and climate resilient global economy. Any downturn in the carbon offset industry or decline in voluntary approach to meet sustainability goals could have an adverse effect on our business and results of operations. Our business faces risks from declining regulatory carbon market revenues due to the transition from Clean Development Mechanism (CDM) to Article 6.4 mechanism under the Paris Agreement and uncertainty around timelines for implementation of the regulatory framework under the Paris Agreement. Changes in global climate policies or commitments by world economies can reduce demand for our services, disrupt carbon pricing mechanisms, and undermine confidence in climate solutions, which may adversely affect our financial condition and business prospects. Our past growth rates may not be indicative of our future growth. Our inability to manage the growth of our operations could disrupt our business and reduce our profitability. A significant portion of our business is derived from the overseas market, primarily from projects undertaken in African and Asian countries. Any adverse developments affecting our operations in these regions could have an adverse impact on our revenue and results of operations. Earthhood Services Limited is promoted by Dr. Kaviraj Singh and Ashok Kumar Gautam, who together hold 94.55% of the company. Our promoters are also participating in the initial public offering as promoter selling shareholders. The promoter selling shareholders intend to sell up to 42 lakh equity shares of face value of 10 rupees each as part of the offer for sale. 5.45% of the company is held by public shareholders. 94.55% of the company is held by the promoter selling shareholders, who are selling up to 42 lakh equity shares or 17.61% of the pre-issue capital as part of the offer for sale. The board of directors of the company consists of 6 directors, 3 of which are independent directors. Earthhood Services Limited's revenues from operations stood at 4,679.43 lakh rupees with an EBITDA margin of approximately 57.51% in FY24. The company registered a PAT of approximately 1,933.60 lakh rupees, reflecting a PAT margin of approximately 41.32% in FY24. Investors are advised to read the DRHP, including section Financial Information on page 239 of the DRHP and Our Business on page 183 of the DRHP for further information. There are outstanding legal proceedings involving the company, promoters, directors. Any adverse outcome in such legal proceedings may affect our business, results of operations, and financial condition. Please read outstanding litigations and material developments beginning on page 309 of the DRHP. As on date of this draft red herring prospectus, there are no outstanding litigations involving our group company, which may have a material impact on our company. The net proceeds of the fresh issue are proposed to be used for funding requirements towards strengthening our technological capabilities through the development, ownership, and commercialization of proprietary DMRB intellectual property and solutions and general corporate purposes. IPO will be conducted through book building with allotment of not less than 75% of the net issue to QIBs, not more than 15% to non-institutional investors, and not more than 10% to retail individual bidders. The equity shares will be listed on the main board of BSE Limited and National Stock Exchange of India Limited. Unistone Capital Private Limited is the sole book-running lead manager. Investments in equity and equity-related securities involve a degree of risk, and investors should not invest any funds in the issue unless they can afford to take the risk of losing their entire investment. Please read the draft red herring prospectus dated December 26, 2024 and any corrigendum or addendums thereto. Disclaimer: neither the company nor the promoters and the promoter selling shareholders are seeking an investment from you based on this video. This is a video for information purposes only and is not a promotional video and does not constitute an invitation or offer to acquire, purchase, or subscribe to the equity shares of the company. Potential investors should wait for the red herring prospectus to be filed in relation to the issue for making any investment decision.